Hello, this is Pernilla from Divine Feminine Flow. I want to pose the question today. Are you soul led? Is your soul guiding your actions, your offerings, your intentions, your words? Are you soul led? And if you are not soul led, if you're not guided from within, which is a very specific, unique sensation or energy. But if you're not led by your soul, what are you led by? I'm just thinking as I say that, is soul led the same as your heart leading you? I think they are probably as close as they can come, but I can't really say for sure because I hadn't thought about it until it just showed up in my expression right now. But I do know that when I am being led by the soul, I definitely feel some kind of a sweet feeling or a feeling of yes, a clarity, confidence. It does come with a certain flavor, a certain quality, and it's a good feeling. It kind of helps me feel my heart, the love, the truth, whatever that is. But there is a recognition of something. In my case, it also comes sometimes as goosebumps, truth bumps, God bumps. They have many names, but they are very, very distinct when they're there. I get these, sometimes just my arms and my upper body, sometimes all the way down to my toes. And I just know, aha, this is confirmation of what I just said, what I just offered, or whatever, or what another person says, another client, whatever situation. There's this like, and it's a really nice feeling. And I have come to trust that over the years. So there are many ways that we may know that we are soul led. And I do believe that more and more people are really longing for that, to be that beautiful expression, an instrument or vessel for the divine. And it's not something that you can do in your head. The head may very well be involved in it. I would say my mind has helped me steer me back to my soul. So in that way, my mind has been very helpful, but not always, right? It's finding that, I would say, the intention. If you really want to be led by your soul and you're not, what do you need? What do you need to make that turnaround? A very, very powerful thing is to have a strong intention and a feeling of like, yes, I want to be led by my soul. And when we do that, there's often all the reasons that we have not done it. They will suddenly be more visible. Sometimes it feels like we're being tested, do you really want this? And I can see that would be one way of stating it. But the way I'm seeing it is, it's like, because we have been led by all these beliefs and traumas and what other people say, what the government says, what our parents say, our teachers, spiritual teachers. We have put our guidance outside of ourselves, our trust on our authority. And then at a certain point, you get to this like, gosh, See how often I say this, like, I'm done. I do not want other people to dictate what is my truth. And the reason we do that, of course, is because we're starting to feel like, maybe there is some truth to what I say or know or share. And maybe it's not just that other people know more than me. Maybe they have access to the same channel that I do. So why don't I start listening to my channel, the God channel, the divine channel, my soul channel? And then it's a process of learning. We can say the language of our soul. It's it's a felt sense. The way I have experienced it for many years, it comes as a felt sense. And it feels good. It feels like a sense of peace, a sense of warmth, definitely a feeling in your heart. It's like an expansion in your heart. It's a sense of, yes, that's it. Or no, that's not it, right? It's a feeling that we actually have access to. And maybe that is how the soul speaks to us, through these felt senses or these expansions or contractions. Like an expansion to me is a yes. Feeling lighter, that's a yes. And if I feel I tighten up, to me, that's a no. If I want to pull back, if I feel angry, or if I just feel like this no, that's my soul telling me, no, do not go there. This is not right for you. So learning to trust that is immense. And it is, gosh, it's worth every second we spend on it. At least it has been for me, and it's been a long journey, and it's an ongoing journey. But at some point, you get to this place where you just trust it. It's like, I get it. This is my flow. We talk about the flow a lot here. This is my flow, and I'm getting it. I know what a yes feels right like, and what a no feels like. I feel what a left or right feels like. It's becoming more obvious. And then you start surfing your own wave, your own flow. You do not look for others, how they're surfing their flow. That flow is perfect for them, but not for you and not for me. Have I tried to surf other people's waves? Oh, yes, I have, of course, because we had to. We did not, we didn't have the permission or the encouragement or the support, most of us, to learn to follow our own flow, our own wave. And that's what so many of us are learning and have been learning, and learning to trust it. That to me is being soul led. So if you are not being soul led, what are you being guided or led by? Is it what other people say? Is it specifically for spiritual people, what other spiritual teachers or gurus say? I have done that, and it has served me in many, many ways, because I didn't know that arena. I had to immerse myself in it and trust that somebody who supposedly was enlightened, or whatever we call it, that they knew the way because they had already gone there, right? And then they can turn around and say, yes, come on over here. Very, very helpful. But there comes a point where we might keep putting our dependency on them instead of trusting our own. You might start feeling like, oh, is that really right? I'm not sure if that's true for me. And that's when you start feeling that, you may have a lot of similarities with that outer authority, but you also notice, like, gosh, that's not my truth. This feels much more true for me. And then you learn that you can go this direction because you're trusting it. So the question, are you soul led? And if you are, I celebrate you. The more of us who are soul led, and we don't have to be perfect at it. We are all stumbling around in the beginning and trying to really learn to trust that. And we make mistakes. I have made mistakes. I thought it was the right thing. And then there was just something in the way inside of me that still steered me over to the left instead of to the right. And then you learn, it's like, oh, I see. When that sensation is there, I should probably wait a little longer and just allow the clarity from the wave to show up and not make many movements that are not ready yet, that are too fast. You just learn that the flow can also just be put on pause and wait. It might be in a little eddy on the side, and you just go like, okay, I'm not sure what to do, but just kind of hang out here, and then suddenly something starts, ooh, and then you go with it. So it really is learn to understand and trust the language of a yes and a no, and definitely also a I don't know. And I might talk some more about that. I don't know, being in the unknown, because that's something that most of us have been scared about, as if there's something wrong with not knowing. And there absolutely is nothing wrong with that. It's a very essential step we all need to take at some point and just feel what that's like. But I think I'd rather talk some more about that on one of my next videos. So please try this day to really be soul led in the smaller things, in the bigger things, where you just start practicing. If it's new for you, just start practicing. Could be, do I want tea or coffee? And you just start feeling like, it's this or that. Just play with it. It's not that serious. The flow is not serious. It's us who are leaving the flow. We get very serious. So try and play with that, or chocolate or vanilla ice cream, or no ice cream. Just there's feeling of yes or no, or I don't know.